Hello everybody, welcome to Elvis the Ultimate Fan channel, and let's get ready to go. Too much coffee again, folks. I hope I find you well. Yes, and no, you haven't lost a day. For everybody used to watching me live on a Sunday, I've had to move the show forwards 24 hours this week because I'm actually on vacation, holiday, from tomorrow, Sunday to Saturday. So we will be back to normal next week. Sunday the 19th, I think it will be. Will it be? Yes, probably something like that. Anyway, back to normal next week. So just, I hope it hasn't thrown you too much. And for everybody that can't join me live now, Saturday, I hope you can maybe catch up during the week by watching the playback. So what have we got in store for you tonight? Well, of course, we've got This Day in Elvis History, live interactive poll. You will be interested in the live interactive poll. I know you will be because it ties in with the topic. I Wish Elvis Had Recorded by Arkansas Dave. Thank you, Dave. Dave is actually, I've used Dave's choice this week. Dave is my moderator, as is Maxine and Lou Dane as well. They help me out immensely, I have to say. Without them, I couldn't do the show. It's as simple as that. We've got Photoshop of the Week. It's a good one. It's a good one. We've got Smoking Hot Photo. In fact, we've got two Smoking Hot Photos because this idiot here forgot to do Smoking Hot Photo last Sunday. And it wasn't until I'd signed off that I realized that I hadn't actually done the Smoking Hot Photo. So you've got double Smoking Hot tonight. It'll be, we'll all be passing out with the heat. Caption this photo. That's something I introduced during the week, and that reminds me, you will have done that through what we call the community tab. So it's always best to maybe keep an eye on the community tab. You'll see home, video, shorts, live, playlist, community. If you click on the community tab, you will have seen this photo here, and I asked you to send me in a caption, and I've picked what was my favorite caption to that photograph, and I'll be revealing that to you later. It's all a bit of fun. There's no real prize or anything like that, like there is in the quiz. But yeah, just a little bit of fun because that's what it's all about. To be honest, that is what it is all about. Elvis fun. You can call the show free later on when I open up the lines. You can call me free on WhatsApp, Instagram and Facebook Messenger. There's a telephone number on the screen for WhatsApp. Let's see. Oh yeah, I'll give a mention to Elvis Radio 24 as well. They broadcast 24 hours a day, and you can find the link in the description box below. And I'd also like to thank everybody for all the kind messages and emails and so forth and pictures that people have sent in during the week. And of course, the donations of Buy Me a Coffee. Very, very generous. Thank you very, very much. It does help to the running costs of this channel. Right. We're going to do the quiz. And what are we playing for? This is what we are playing for. We are playing for this superb, and it is a superb drawing. That picture does not do it justice. It's a pencil drawing by Marko O Leary. I have put a link to his Facebook page below, Marko O Leary Art. Okay, he's very, very talented, as you can see by that photo of the drawing. He doesn't do just Elvis, of course. He does, other people as well. I'm sure he'll do commissions as well. If you send him photographs, I'm not sure, but you can contact Marko yourself and ask him that. And before we go any further as well, don't forget to check out playlists. You go to the home, you click on playlists, and then you click on interviews with people from the Elvis world. So if you're new to this channel or haven't been watching for very long, you can catch up by doing that, watching the playlist. And all the people in the Elvis world that I spoke to so far. Hopefully there's more coming up. And we've got to say before we do the quiz that you need to select live chat, not top chat. And you can do that by clicking on the 3 lines and selecting live chat, because if you don't, you won't see all the answers. You think you might be the first to get the answer correct, but you're not seeing all the answers. Right. Doug says a lot of Elvis art is off just a little, but that looks like a photo. Yes. Doug, you're quite correct. I find that a lot of people, they do a really, really great job, but they don't get his eyes right. Elvis's eyes were just unique, really, weren't they? And to be fair, as Doug says, Marko has just got it spot on there. He really has. And whoever is going to be the winner of this month's quiz is going to get a really, really good prize. I think I said last week it's 22 inch by 17 inch or 21 inch by 17 inch. So it's big. It is big. It's not just like a little photograph like that, and suitable for framing, and you can put it on your wall and you can enjoy it to your heart's content. So if Dave is in the building, hopefully, and Maxine, we will do the quiz and they can help me out on who gets the answer right first. And it's the mystery co-star. If you were checking out my community tab during the week, you will see that I posted a little banner saying that this week it is mystery co-star. And again, what it is I show you a photograph of one of Elvis's co-stars, but it's not that simple, because I have actually blanked out their face. I've blurred out their face, and you've got to tell me who this co-star is. Now, they're not all going to be easy. They're not all going to be Anne Margaret or something like that. So here we go. Number 1 is this one. Who is that with Elvis? And I'm going to be watching, I'm going to get my pen, and I'm going to be watching very, very closely to see who gets this right. Hands on buzzer, says Miles High. I know, lol. Oh, hi, Joe. How are you doing? I need the full name. Okay. Hi, Lou Dane. Right. So I can actually... no, it's not Angie Dickinson. Lisa G. Okay, so I can tell you that is Lisbeth Scott from Loving You, and Maxine is saying Norset 45. I didn't get a chance to change the jingle I play when somebody gets the question right, but I am going to change it when I come back from vacation, definitely. And Lou says Norset 45 as well. So Norset, you get...
I need tactics, honey. It's just the beast in me.
Okay, I am going to change it. I think I already have one picked out as well. It's a little exchange between Elvis and Anne Margaret. So that's going to be the new jingle. Well done, Norset 45. Thank you very, very much. Don't forget to like this page, or rather like this video by giving it a thumbs up. And you can also share it as well. If you're watching on playback, there's a little share button underneath, and you can click it and share it to other channels if you have your own YouTube channel. Right. So yes, and just to prove that is Elizabeth Scott or Lisbeth Scott, it's this picture here I used. There you go. Lisbeth Scott. Number 2. I think a lot of people will get this one as well. But they are going to get harder. Well, I think they're going to get harder. But I have yet to trip you up completely. I've never asked a question yet in all these weeks, all these live shows that I've done, and I've done a lot. I've never, ever caught anybody out. Miles High says, the lovely Anne Margaret is 81 years old and still going strong. Yes, she is. Yes, she is. I had a contact for Anne, and they did, as far as I know, contact her for me, but unfortunately, we didn't get an answer, because I would obviously love to speak to Anne on this show. Right, number 2. I'm going to give you number 2, and I've got to be careful that I don't reveal the wrong one. Here we go. Who is that with Elvis? Female co-star, as you can see by the hair. Wow, that was quick. Did you see the photo that emerged of Elvis wearing the blue brocade in 72? Dylan, I don't think I did, unless I missed it, or whether I saw it but I forgot. But if you can email it to me at Elvis the Ultimate Fan Channel at gmail.com, I would like to see it, to see if it's, I'd like to check it out to see if it's a Photoshop. So Maxine is saying, Norset, wow. Norset, you are very, very quick on the draw. Very, very quick. A lot of people are saying Barbara Eden, and that is the correct answer. So we are going with Norset 45 again.
I need tactics, honey. It's just a beast in me.
And to prove that that is Barbara Eden, there she is. Another beautiful lady. Yes, very quick. I would agree with you, Maxine. Very quick. So come on, people. Don't let Norset get the hat trick, as it's known. Hi, Carlo. Yes, it is Flaming Star. Correct. Yep. Dylan says, it's not a Photoshop. People were saying it was the blue nail with a macrame belt, but you can clearly see the opening where the brocade pattern is. Well, okay, Dylan, that's no problem. I mean, I'm not saying it is a Photoshop, but I'm wary of new photographs until I see them myself with my own eyes, because there's so many floating around now that I would, before I make. The lovely Barbara Eden is 91 years old. Wow. Now that is a great age. That really is. Thanks for the information, by the way, Miles. Please, Dylan, send that to me. As I say, Elvis the Ultimate Fan Channel at gmail.com, as you see it on the top of the screen now. And I'd like to see it. Maybe I did see it during the week and I just completely forgot about it. It's been a hectic week. Right, number 3. Here we go. Number 3 in the Name the Co-Star. Okay, there it is. Who is that sitting next to Elvis? Carlo says, cool film, Flaming Star. Yes, I agree. Okay, Norset 45 says Joan Blackman. Joan Blackman. Lou Dane says Joan Blackman. Barbara Stanwyck. That's a hot photo in itself. Okay. Right. I've got to say that my intention was to try and catch people out, and I did. Because a lot of people are saying Joan Blackman, but it is actually Lola Albright. I've been a little bit devious and a little bit tricky here. That is a photograph of Elvis, of course, Lola Albright and Joan Blackman. I've cropped Joan Blackman out, and Duncan Campbell was the one that saw through my trickiness, okay, and put Lola Albright. And if you don't believe me, here we go. That's the photograph that I cropped. And there's Joan on Elvis's right, our left, of course. Yes, Kirsty Marie says Joan is on the left, and there is Lola Albright. So, Duncan Campbell is correct. Well done, Duncan.
I need tactics, honey. It's just a beast in me.
And I know that Norset said Joan Blackman. So, sorry, Norset. I've been a bit naughty there, haven't I? I really have been a little bit tricky. It stopped Norset getting the hat trick anyway. It's all for fun. It is all for fun. That's for sure. It's all for fun. So Sorry, Norset. I was a little bit devious there, wasn't I? Right, number 4. Wow, we're up to number 4 already. Here we go. Are you ready for this? Who is that with Elvis? Norset got pranked. Yes, she did. It wasn't just Norset, though. A lot of people were saying Joan Blackman. Sorry, Marcy. She says, Steve, again with the visual contest. I'm blind. Yes, I know, Marcy. I'm going to do one probably next week or the week after where it'll be a sound one. It'll be maybe a mystery voice or something like that. Just for you, Marcy. I'll do that for you, okay, pet? I promise. Right, who have we got here? Have we got... oh, look out. It looks like Norset is back in the building with Jocelyn Lane. Okay, a lot of people are saying Jocelyn Lane. Dylan Bowen says Anne Margaret. No, it's not. No. Helen Murray says Norset got your hat trick. Yes, she did. She did. And I've got Norset saying Steve's favourite. Kirsty Marie saying Steve's girl. Yes, for anybody that doesn't know, I did a video a few months back saying who was my favourite co-star, and a lot of people thought that I would say Anne Margaret, but Anne Margaret was number 2 and Jocelyn Lane was number 1. And Jocelyn Lane is still my favourite Elvis co-star. It was close between Anne and Jocelyn, but Jocelyn just edged it. Right, so there you go, Norset.
I need tactics, honey. It's just the beast in me.
She didn't get 3 in a row, but she did get the hat trick. Because it's got Norset, Duncan, Norset 45. Well done as well, Duncan, for just stopping her a little bit in her tracks. Oh, and by the way, if you don't believe me that is Jocelyn, I'm sure you do, but there is the unblurred photograph. There you go. And all I can say is, Jocelyn, wow. That's all I can say. Right, here we go. Now, I think this might trip some more people up, because you remember I said that they wouldn't be, that's right, Edwidge, yes, it was Tickle Me Jocelyn was in. Now, I said they wouldn't all be easy, and I think this one might fall into the category of a little bit of a tricky one. And here we are. Who is this? Now, I've tried to give you a little bit of help by just leaving that bold pate on the top there. Okay, so if you can tell me who that is. And I'm going to have a little sip of water. Arthur Crudup. Well, Arthur Crudup wasn't a co-star. Oh, I like it. Miss EAP Elaine Edward Asner. No, it's not Edward Asner. There you go. James Naismith. Okay, people are getting close, but I need the name. I have definitely done what I set out to do. Although as soon as I open my mouth, I jinx it. Somebody actually gets it. Okay. That is Dean Jagger. And a few people are starting to get that now. In fact, and the first person to get that, yes, thanks, Maxine, it was, as far as I could tell, Banjo Paul. Congratulations, Banjo Paul. Yes, Dean Jagger, that played Elvis's father, Danny Fisher, in King Creole. And just to prove it, here we go. There you are. Okay. But it did take a while. It did take a while. Thanks, Lou. There you are. Oh, yes. Banjo gets...
I need tactics, honey. It's just the beast in me.
Alrighty. Okay. I was getting a little bit concerned there. Beast sound, please. Yes, I did. I gave you the beast sound.
I need tactics, honey. It's just the beast in me.
Miles High says, Dean Jagger was Mick Jagger's dad. Okay, maybe not. Yeah. What I was going to say was I was getting a little bit concerned there that Norset was maybe going to get 6 out of 6. I think we've only ever had one person that got 6 out of 6. And I think that was Danny B-side all those years ago when I did B-sides. And that, I think, is how he got his name, Danny B-side. But yeah, I mean, you were looking strong there, Norset. Yeah. And it's a lovely prize. It's such a lovely prize we're playing for. It really is. Let me just remind you. There you go. That fabulous, fabulous drawing. I'll be sorry to see it go. I've been looking at it here. When it arrived, I looked at it and I thought, wow, knocked my eyes out. So I'll be sorry to see it go. I really will. Right. So yes, Dean Jagger. And let's get the next one up after Dean. And it is, actually, it's not, it is also the last one as well. Number 6 of the mystery co-star. And I had to look to see who it was because I'd forgotten who it was. Here we go. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, go. There you are. Another easy one, I think. Another easy one. But it's who's fastest on the draw. Maxine says stunning drawing. Yes, it is a stunning drawing. A stunning drawing of a stunning man. Tuesday Weld. Donna Douglas. Nancy Sinatra. Okay. Stella Stevens. No set 45. Wow. Right. I think we can confirm it now because I've seen a couple of people get it right. And yes, Maxine, I agree with you 100%. Lou Dane says Nancy Sinatra. No, unfortunately, not Nancy Sinatra. It was Paul Gansky. Hi, Paul, by the way. Nice. Thank you for those photographs, by the way. Yeah, very, very kind. Thanks. As I say, people do send me photographs at times, and it's very, very nice of you. And thanks for your kind comments and emails as well, Paul. Thanks very much. Is it the blonde from Blue Hawaii? I know who you mean, but no, it was actually Susanna Lee. Yeah, and Paul Gansky. And Paul, you get this.
I need tactics, honey. It's just the beast in me.
And to prove that Paul is right, there it is from Paradise Hawaiian Style. The beautiful Susanna Lee. Yeah, I like that. I like the mystery co-star, as I like backwards Elvis, and I like the mystery voice. All those sort of things. As I say, it's great fun, and it is fun. You know, we don't take it too seriously here. But that is what this channel is all about. This channel is about having fun, keeping Elvis's legacy and his memory alive. And we leave all the other nonsense and stuff to other channels and and media outlets and things like that. But this is just a place where Elvis fans can come as part of an Elvis family, chat to each other, have a bit of fun and so forth. I'd like to remind you, please, to bottom right hand corner to subscribe to this channel and click the bell and turn it black so it's all and not personalized. And even if you're already subscribed and you don't know whether you're all or personalized, you can click on the subscribe button and it will show you what you've selected, and you can select all. So that's very kind if you can subscribe to this channel. Now the topic is I will give a shout out actually, just to remind people again that I would love to hear from somebody that saw one of the Madison Square Garden concerts in June of 1972, because I would love for you to come on and share your experience with other fans, i.e. talk to me. We can either do it live on the show on the Sunday, or we can record it and then play it during one of the shows. But I would love to speak to somebody who attended one of the Madison Square Garden concerts. I did ask before the sad passing of Lisa Marie Presley, and then it kind of all got lost in the sort of melee and all the sorrow and everything that happened after the sudden and shocking death of Lisa Marie Presley. And don't forget as well, we said that we weren't going to send a bouquet to Graceland, but what we were going to do was we were going to give a donation to her charity, and you can do that by going to graceland.com and going there and donating online, or it gives you an address as well you can send it to at Graceland. So that's what we're going to do for now anyway. At a later stage, we might send a bouquet, maybe on the anniversary of her passing, or maybe a joint one on her birthday or something like that. And let's have a look. The topic, yes, is Netflix has unveiled the first trailer for Agent Elvis. A lot of you will know about this. An upcoming adult animated series that finally answers the age-old question, what if the king of rock and roll became a super spy? The trailer also gives us the first taste of Matthew McConaughey as the voice of animated Elvis Presley. Now, I posted a link to the trailer, and I was asking everybody to maybe click on that link and watch the trailer on the community tab that I talked about earlier on, because I was interested on your opinion on what you think of this Agent Elvis. It was previously titled Agent King. The trailer reveals the upcoming series will explore Elvis's double life after being recruited by a spy agency to defend the world against madmen and terrorists. Well, we definitely need somebody to do that, that's for sure. And while we still don't know why Elvis became a spy, the trailer underlines how he's definitely the right man for the job. For instance, joking about the 007 franchise and its incredible gadgets, the trailer shows Elvis trying to use the special properties of a pen, only to find out that it's an everyday object. He still kills the enemy with the pen, though, and that's actually shown in the trailer. The trailer also underlines how the series is set between the 1960s and the 1970s by making fun of multiple historical events. The trailer shows Elvis as the first man on the moon, no later than 1969. In the trailer, Elvis is also seen shaking hands with President Nixon before the Watergate scandal led to his renouncing in 1974. Agent Elvis is created by Elvis's ex-wife, Priscilla Presley, along with John Eddy. Mike Arnold serves as showrunner, with Eddie also stepping in as co-showrunner. The series comes from Sony Pictures Animation, the studio behind Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, and Agent Elvis comes to Netflix next month, in other words, March. So that's a brief sort of synopsis, if you like, of what is coming out and what Agent Elvis is all about. Now, it is adult themed, if you like, because I noticed within the first 10 or 15 seconds of the trailer, there's a couple of quite strong swear words, profanities, so it's not for children. So, and I did see some people saying, oh, well, maybe this will turn the younger generation on to Elvis, but it wouldn't be the really, really young generation, because as I say, it is adult, and there is quite as I gather, there's quite a little bit of swearing and profanity in it. So that is going to be the subject of the poll, and I'm gonna put the poll on the screen now. If you're watching this on playback, you won't see the poll and you won't be able to vote on it, but you will hear me give out the result at the end of the show. If you stick around until the very, very end of the show, you will hear the result. So let me see how to do this. This is how you do it, yes. It basically says, will you watch Agent Elvis, yes or no? It's as simple as that. I couldn't have made it any simpler. I just wanted to give you a simple yes or a no. And if you haven't seen the trailer, then it might be hard for you to vote on that poll. Although you could just go on the strength of what I've told you about it. I have Netflix. I know some people saying they haven't got Netflix, so they won't be able to see it. So the fact that I have Netflix will allow me to tell you what I would have voted on that poll, but I won't tell you till near the end of the show. And I'm going to turn the phone lines on as well. And the reason why I'm going to turn the phone lines on is because if you'd like to Here is, they're not on yet. I'm going to turn them on now in a second. If you'd like to speak about Agent Elvis, you can ring me and tell me what you think. You can see the WhatsApp number on the screen. You can also ring me on WhatsApp if you follow me on WhatsApp, or if you follow me on on Facebook Messenger, you can ring me as well by pushing the little handset, the little phone symbol at the top of the screen on your mobile phone. Let's see what some people say about it. Somebody called Hot Space, hi Hot Space, says, I can't wait for this. They're really, really looking forward to it. Holly Gurley says, hopefully it will be in good taste, EP forever. Well, you see, that's another thing you see. I mean, some people seem to think that it might be in bad taste. I'm not saying either way. I'm just saying that that's some people's opinion. Elvis Presley, the legend TCB always, says, rubbish. I am so glad I don't have Netflix, knowing that my money is not going to this. Elvis, you don't deserve this, but your true fans will also love you for your great music, films and TV shows, and that's all that matters. Thanks, Elvis Presley, the legend. And there's a reply to that from Joy Lamanca. Hi, Joy. Agreed. He doesn't need to be the hero in a comic book or video like this, since he was a superhero in his own right, which he created and nobody else. I also think that this might fuel the hoax about him still being alive as a secret agent. Yeah, because both are based on the same true story visiting Nixon. This is for new, young fans who already like created characters, even if they were faked by using a software on the original. It seems to me there are no limits for monetary gain, but each to his own. Okay. Well, as I said earlier, Joy, I don't think it will be for very young fans, as it is an adult-themed, and I would suppose there'd be a certain amount of violence in it if he's a super spy and he kills somebody with a pen. There is actually quite a amusing sequence where Scatter is included and shown actually shooting somebody, I believe. And Elvis says if he didn't mean for Scatter to shoot him. Vilma Morris says, this isn't for me, but Elvis always wanted to be an agent and had a good sense of humor. So I think that he would have had a great laugh at this. Obviously, it depends on the content too. Hope they don't make him look silly. Well, we all hope that, Vilma. We really do hope that. And as I say, if you do want to give me a ring about it, you're quite welcome. If you're watching on replay, you can leave your comments about Agent Elvis below, and I'd love to read those as well. But those are some comments that people left when I posted that trailer on the community tab. So, yeah. I will tell you later what I will be doing, whether I'll be watching Agent Elvis or not on Netflix. Now, we've got to do... oh, by the way, don't forget to check out Seth Malin art as well. He did that picture there of, obviously, Elvis and Lisa. And as far as I know, you can find him on Instagram. And I think he's doing those pictures. And I think it's Malin Art with 2 T's. So that's MALINARTT, Malin Art. Now, we've got to do Elvis history. February the 11th, 1955 is the first year I'm going to be covering. Let me just check something here. I want to make sure that I've got those phone lines on in case somebody wants to give me a ring about Agent Elvis. Right, and I've got pictures as well for Elvis history. Coming up, don't forget, I just have to take that away for a second. Okay. Don't forget, coming up, Photoshop of the week. I wish Elvis had recorded. Dave, Arkansas Dave, it's his choice this week. And There's Arkansas Dave. He's right. He's just arrived. Hi, Dave. I was just about to tell everybody that it's your choice this week for I Wish Elvis Had Recorded. We've got 2 smoking hot photographs because last week I forgot to to show the one I'd chosen, and we've also got Caption this photo as well. And I will pick my favorite photo of Caption. Favorite answer for Caption this photo. But however, it is time to do Elvis history, this day in Elvis history. And I have photographs. And 1955, Elvis performed twice this day, first at the Sports Arena Carlsbad, New Mexico at 4 p.m. and later in the evening at Hobbs, New Mexico. 1956, and this is the first photograph I have. A snowstorm almost prevented Elvis from driving to New York from Charlotte with North Carolina. With almost no time to spare, Elvis arrived at Studio 50 for his third appearance on stage show at CBS Studios, New York City at 8 p.m. And there's the Dorsey Brothers. Okay. So that was on this day in 1956. For his third appearance for CBS, Elvis performed Heartbreak Hotel, along with Blue Suede Shoes. Okay. I've got Charlotte here. And that's him performing the day before in Charlotte. I've got a couple of photographs, actually. There's one. That's a great action shot, that. So that was the day before in Charlotte, North Carolina. All right. Okay, 1957, Loving You. Elvis filmed the tavern scene, in which an envious local thug picks a fight with singer Deke Rivers, Elvis, of course, who, like his real-life counterpart, definitely appealed to his girlfriends. Yeah. Well, life imitates art. We know that there were times when jealous boyfriends took a swing at Elvis, and Elvis wasn't one to shy away from confrontation when it got physical. That's for sure. As we know about the incident at the gas station where he blacked, was it Ed Hopper? Ed Hopper? He blacked his eye, didn't he? Good man, Elvis. Don't be picked on. 1958, King Creole. Elvis recorded soundtrack material on Paramount Soundstage from 1 to 9:55 p.m. And he re-recorded Steadfast, Loyal and True, and he worked on the song Danny, which was still an option to be used as a title song, in case the film's name would remain a stone for Danny Fisher. And that's one of my favorite stills. Well, it's a publicity shot, actually, from King Creole with the beautiful Dolores Hart. 1959, military service. An employee of a German film company came to the house to try to persuade Elvis to sing just one song in an upcoming production. Elvis explained that he was hesitant to do anything that might lead to resentment on the part of his fellow soldiers. In passing, he expressed almost equal concern about fan resentment when he was unable to sign autographs. And here's an interesting part about that. Jane Wilbanks, the girl who met Elvis at the train station, Memphis train station, when the troop train passed through, had come to Germany to visit her uncle and stayed with Elvis for nearly a week. And there's a shot of them in Germany. And the previous shot was him giving her a kiss at the Memphis train station. So that is Jane Wilbanks. Okay. 1960. We have Elvis received his full sergeant stripes and he threw a party to celebrate. 1961, Wild in the Country. And I have a shot of Wild in the Country. And 1963, he was working on Fun in Acapulco. And there you are. Lads, I picked that one for the boys because we've got 2 smoking hot photographs coming up soon. And 1966, Elvis reported to MGM for pre-production on Spin Out with a great double guitar What a fantastic shot that is. Great shot. That was on this day in 1966. He reported for pre-production. 1968, Elvis at Graceland with Lisa Marie and Priscilla, because of course she was only 10 days old on the 11th of February 1968. Then we've got 1970, 1971, 72 and 73. He did dinner and midnight shows at the International Hotel, which obviously became the Hilton Hotel in 1972. Just a reminder, don't forget, you still have time to vote on the poll. I'm asking very, very simple question. Yes or no, will you watch Agent Elvis? Okay. Now that's sort of a, I know some people will say, well, I haven't got Netflix, but just for the poll, if you saw the trailer and you did have Netflix, would you watch it? Okay, so you can still vote on the poll. What LP was Danny Boy on? It was on from Elvis Presley Boulevard in Memphis, Tennessee. It was obviously recorded in the Jungle Room, Dave. 1975, Elvis was in hospital from January the 29th to February the 14th, 1975. And funny enough, we were just speaking about the Jungle Room sessions, Dave. On this day in 1976, there was no recordings done, even though they were booked to do recordings. And it is unclear exactly what Elvis and Felton Jarvis wanted to do at this session, but one could surmise that they planned to record some of the Platter songs with just David Briggs on piano that Elvis frequently sang between takes just a few days earlier. But it never got off the ground, unfortunately. Yeah, sad, but there you are. Okay. Arkansas Dave from Elvis Presley Boulevard is correct. Yes, Elvis Austin, you're right. All right. Nobody seems to want to ring me about the Agent Elvis. That's fine. But don't forget, if you're watching this on playback, do leave your comments about Agent Elvis in the comment section below. We are going to do wait till you see this. We're going to be doing the Photoshop of the week now. And I will actually ask you, just to remind you again, to bottom right hand corner, subscribe and click the bell, turn it black and select all options, not just personalized. Okay, so we're going to do the Photoshop. And also, by the way, if I caught you out tonight by being 24 hours early, it's because I'm going on vacation for a week tomorrow. But we'll be back to normal. We'll be back to the Sunday nights, Sunday afternoons, Sunday mornings, depending on where you are. Next week, it'll be back to Sunday next week. Sunday the 19th, I believe, is the date next Sunday. So I just had to bring it forward 24 hours because I'm traveling over to England, UK, to visit my family, which I'm looking forward to very, very much. So, but I didn't want to leave you without a show. So, okay, Gracie G says the phone isn't working. Is that true? I wonder why nobody rang me. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, we'll go do not disturb. We'll go back off again. And I might just reboot my phone. What happens if you reboot it? Restart. Here we go. Was anybody trying to ring me on WhatsApp? Was anybody trying to ring me on Instagram? And was anybody trying to ring me on Messenger? I'm actually rebooting my phone. And see if it helps. Did Elvis sing any Platter songs during his live shows? Thank you, Priscilla. Yes, I will enjoy it. Yeah, one of the days we're all going to meet up and we're going to go bowling and we're going to have a meal. And yeah, it'll be great to get away just for a week. Okay, right. So let's have a look. I'll see. It's still booting. It's still booting. My phone is still booting. Okay, so turn that on. Obviously, if people are trying to get through and they can't get through. Yes. Well, I'll tell you what. I will ring this lady back because she's obviously been trying to ring me and see if she picks up. Oh, it's ringing. It's ringing. If your phone is ringing, you can pick it up because it's me.
Hello?
Hello, is that Marcy?
Hi, Steve.
It's a pleasure. Were you trying to get hold of me by any chance?
I was actually I was home alone at the time with my 9-year-old, and we were trying to figure out how to work WhatsApp. I told her, she's like, Mom, I can work anything, just not WhatsApp.
That's a great accent you have. Where about are you based?
I am in Mississippi.
Mississippi. Oh, right. Okay. Right.
Yes. So I was actually just calling to give my opinion about the Agent Elvis that's coming out.
Yes.
So I did happen to listen to a little of the trailer on Netflix because my 9-year-old, actually every child in my house is an Elvis fan. And I have a 9-year-old, a 6-year-old, and a 19-year-old, and a 27-year-old. So
what a great place to live.
Right. So we are all Elvis fans. And so my 9-year-old brought it to my attention and said, Mom, there's going to be a cartoon on Netflix called Agent Elvis. I was like, it's not about Elvis. And she said, Mom, I think it's about Elvis. So I did listen to the trailer and I was like, I don't really know if this is kid appropriate. But I know that I would think Agent Elvis would probably be a great movie, but maybe not so much a cartoon.
Yeah, well, you see, it was called Agent King, and then I think they had to change it because it wasn't immediately evident that it was about Elvis, so they changed it to Agent Elvis. But I don't know whether it is child friendly because there is quite a bit of profanity in it, I think.
Yes, I did hear that. So, and I mean, and like I told her, even though she is an Elvis fan, she spends most of her days on YouTube searching Elvis videos, TikTok for Elvis videos. So I was like, let Mom just kind of run through this and check and see if it's okay before I'm just like, yeah, you can watch it.
Yeah.
So, but I definitely think that that would probably been an awesome movie title and maybe an awesome movie idea, but probably not so much a cartoon.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because even though Elvis has a great sense of humor, I just don't picture him the cartoony type.
Yeah. Well, actually, somebody sent me a photograph of the television that is on display in Graceland with the bullet hole in the screen. You may have heard of that.
Yes.
Somebody said this was what would happen if Elvis was watching Agent Elvis.
That's hilarious. That is hilarious. I know that my 9-year-old did get upset at our TV one day, and she was like, "I know why Elvis shot the TV. I know why he shot the TV."
I know we've all felt the same way when watching something. That's for sure. You know, when you're watching sports sometimes and your team is losing, you feel like throwing your slipper at the screen or something like that. Right.
But yes, I did want to just kind of give my opinion about the Agent Elvis.
Yeah, well, let me tell you that some people are saying on the chat that it's a lovely accent you have, and I must admit now that I noticed the accent, and I think it's a lovely accent.
Well, thank you so very much. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, and I will keep my promise, and I will do an audio quiz for you in a couple of weeks' time.
Oh, that is great. Like, I know the other day I was trying to get my husband to help me, and he was like, I probably should really brush up on Elvis movies. He was like, I don't know any of these. And I was like, great.
Yeah, well, I don't make them too easy. I make them sort of gettable, but not too easy, you know. It's lovely lovely to speak to you, Marcia. Thanks very much for calling in. I don't know why people can't be getting through, but if people want to ring and I see a missed call, I will actually ring them back. That's what I think that might be the best thing. Okay. All right, take care,
All
sweetheart.
right, thank you so much,
Okay,
Steve.
thanks
Yeah,
for
you
calling.
too.
Bye-bye.
All right, thanks.
All
Bye-bye.
right. Very good. That's Marcia. Yeah, there might be a problem with the phones today, whereas people are trying to ring in, but they can't get through. So what I actually... and then voila, somebody gets through. Brilliant. Hello, who's calling Elvis, the Ultimate Fan Channel?
Hey Steve, this is Dylan. How are you?
Oh, hi Dylan. I'm glad you got through. I think maybe rebooting my phone helped.
Yeah,
So tell me,
actually-
what do you think about Agent Elvis?
I think it's great. I think this is something that Elvis himself would like, because like he said himself that like he wants to like keep relevant, and like this was back in like 72, 73. So here we are, what, like 50 years later, and he's got his own series. I think he would have loved it. I really do think he would have loved it.
You can probably envisage Elvis just busting himself laughing watching this, can't you?
Well, yeah, because he himself never took himself seriously. So, like, I think
No. He was always poking fun at himself. That's for sure. The shaky leg and the curl in the lip and everything like that.
Yeah. And there was another thing that I wanted to like talk about actually.
Yeah.
So that photo that I was telling you about in the chat, initially I thought it was, oh, like this is some kind of like someone's just put a macrame belt on top of the blue nail and said, here's a new suit. But actually, when you look at the photo, like you can see where the brocade pattern is. And actually, this is a new like variation of it, because obviously when he first wore it in 1970, it had no kick pleats.
Yeah.
But this one, it appears to have white kick pleats.
Okay.
And like it's crazy to see Elvis wearing a brocade in 72 when he was wearing like these like jeweled suits with like the big case and everything.
Yeah.
So it may be like he was thinking, you know what, like maybe let's just kind of bring a new like an old suit back. And like for him to bring it back, like he must have enjoyed wearing it. So.
And do we know what concert this was taken at?
No, but we think it's maybe August, maybe like September, August 72, maybe.
Okay, so Vegas, yeah, because he was at Vegas in August, September, yeah. Okay, are you going to send it on to me on the email?
Yeah.
Great, and I can look at it. I won't be able to look at it this week because I'll be away, but I'll definitely do a little bit of research on it and see if I can throw some more light on it. But I'd be very, very interested to see it. Like I say, I might have seen it and just passed over it. I don't know, but because I see so many pictures of Elvis during the week, when I'm working on the show and things like that and getting ideas for the show. So yeah, I'd look forward if you can send that to me. That'll be great.
Yeah.
Alrighty, you're calling from England, aren't you? I recognise the accent.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Thanks very much, Dylan.
All right. Thanks.
I'll be in touch.
All right.
All the best. Bye.
All right. You.
Well, that's great. People are getting through now by the sounds of it. Yeah, Dylan was saying about a suit that he with a macrame belt, but in 1972, and it was very unusual for him to wear a suit with a macrame belt in 1972. So he's going to send that picture on to me, and when I come back from my vacation, I'll do a little bit of digging and see if I can actually throw a little bit more light on it, and even if I can try and find out which concert it was taken at, because there is a database which you can go on to and check, and it'll tell you where each suit was worn and how many times and so forth. It's a great site. So if you do want to ring in, you can ring in still. I want to make sure I'm not missing any calls here. The phones are working because Dylan got through. So it must have just been a little bit of a blip. And I could ring Marcy, of course. And I restarted my phone. Now, we were going to do Photoshop. I kept you waiting long enough for the Photoshop. And I remember saying that it's a good one. And it's fooled a lot of people, and a lot of people have fallen for it and said what a great picture it is, and oh, look at that lovely Elvis. And it's this one, Elvis in the 60s with a beard and mustache. It's quite well done as well, because this Is that Billy Smith in the background? Just over Elvis's right ear? Could be. Anyway, sorry, I'm getting sidetracked. Because that is the original. And as you can see, I think the only time Elvis had a beard in the 1960s was for Charo. And that is not the Charo period. No way is that the Charo period. All right. So that is this week's Photoshop of the week. And as I say it every week, if there is a particular Photoshop that you keep seeing and it kind of annoys you and you want to get it off your chest, send it in to me and send me the original if you can, and then the Photoshop one, and we will cover it in a future show, because it's a bit of a mission of mine to try and stamp out or not stamp them out, but to reveal as many Photoshops as possible. This was another one that I highlighted a couple of weeks ago. Of course, there's a lot of Lisa Marie ones coming out at the moment because of what happened to Lisa. And it's this one. This is just one of many that's for sale. And it's just a fake. It's not a real picture of Elvis and Lisa Marie. And to me, £23 is an awful lot to pay for something that isn't genuine or a genuine photograph, and £13 sounds a lot as well for postage as well. And another con that was going around was asking people to pay a lot of money for a copy of the Order of Service booklet for Lisa Marie's funeral. And again, there's no need to pay anybody any money for a copy of one of those booklets, because you can actually go on to graceland.com, and you can download it, and then you can take it to your printers, or if you've got a good printer at home, you can print one off yourself. But there should be no way at all ways people should be paying good money, good hard-earned money for something that you can print off for virtually pennies and cents. Right, that's got that off my chest. We're going to do, I don't know if anybody else is still trying to call in, and there's still a problem with the phones, but Dylan got through okay anyway. So, yeah. And I'd be interested to see that photo, Dylan. And I can see that people are still voting on the Will You Watch Agent Elvis? And it's very simple, yes or no. And I'll leave that going for a good few more minutes, simply because, as I say, I can still see people voting. And if you can't see it, but you can just see the blue strip, click on the blue strip and it'll bring it up for you. And I will tell you the result at the end of the show for people that can't see it and people watching on playback. Now, yes, I wish Elvis had recorded. Dave, you're on. Arkansas Dave sent this in. It was suggested by him. And it's a song by American... let's get this up. It's a song by American soul singer Sam Cooke, released on May the 8th, 1962 by RCA Victor. Well, there first is one sort of tenuous link, because as we know, Elvis's record label was RCA Victor. The song was the B-side to Having a Party. The song peaked at number 2 on Billboard's Hot R&B Sides chart, and also charted at number 13 on the Billboard Hot 100. The song has become a pop standard, covered by numerous artists of different genres. It is one of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame 500 songs that shaped rock and roll. Wow. Any guesses yet? Background. It was written while Cooke was on tour for Henry Wynn. The song was initially offered to fellow singer Dee Clark, who turned it down. While in Atlanta, Cooke called co-producer Luigi Crittori. Now there is another, again, tenuous, but it's a connection. Crittori actually wrote some Elvis songs in the 60s. And pitched both numbers. Crittori liked the songs and booked a recording session in Los Angeles, scheduled for 2 weeks later. The session's mood match the title of the song. According to biographer Peter Gorolnik, as many friends had been invited, it was a very happy session, recalled engineer Al Schmidt. Everybody was just having a ball. We were getting people out there on the floor of the recording studio, and some of the outtakes were hilarious. There was so much ad-lib that went on and on. Renee Hall assembled an 18-piece backing group composed of 6 violins, 2 violas, 2 cellos, a sax, plus a special piece rhythm section, 7-piece rhythm section that included 2 percussionists, 2 basses, 2 guitars, and a piano. And the song is, well, somebody's put Stand By Me. No, the song actually is Bring It On Home to Me. And it was recorded on April the 26th, 1962 at RCA Studio One in the Hollywood area of Los Angeles, California. And it was released on May the 8th, 1962. So it wasn't in the can very long, that's for sure. Recorded on April the 26th and released on May the 8th. Okay. Right, now, if you are not familiar with the song, but I'm sure most of you are, Bring It On Home to Me, I'll leave a link in the description box below. Click on that and it'll play for you. And if there's a song that you wish Elvis had recorded, then send it in and we'll feature it. We'll try and feature it on a future show. But thanks to Dave for that. Bring It On Home to Me by Sam Cooke is a song that he wished Elvis had recorded. Right, and we are coming up now to the caption. All right, I asked people to, I posted a photograph on the community tab, which you'll find there on my, on the homepage of the YouTube channel. If you can't find it when you go on your phone, just scroll across that line where it says videos and shorts and live and playlists and you'll see community. I posted this photograph on the community tab and I asked people to send in what they thought Elvis was saying or what Elvis was thinking, and I would pick my favorite. Here's a couple. Slow down, baby, you're getting me all shook up. Hold on, everyone is watching us. She wants more than a scarf. Elvis, I know there's no room to rumba in a sports car, but how about here on stage? Honey, when I sang Baby Let's Play House, that isn't what I meant. Okay, but my favorite, sent in by Puma Gutton. Hi, Puma. Sure, lady, I'll come to your hotel room. That stamp collection of yours sounds really interesting. So that was my favorite out of all the ones that were sent in. And as I say, Puma Gutton, thanks very much for sending that in. I'll do that on quite a frequent basis, actually. You'll have to keep an eye out on the community tab as we go through the week. I also post updates and things like that as well on the community tab, so it's always worth sort of having a look at on it. But I've got a few more photos that I've saved, funny photographs and things like that, which I will ask you to caption, and hopefully, like Puma Gutton, you'll be picked out as my favorite. So I haven't done the smoking hot yet, have I? I'm going to do that now. And this was what I was supposed to show you last Sunday. This is smoking hot number 1. And I'm probably going to have to start passing out the the smelling salts after that, because that is 1960 when Fort Dix, when he did the press conference. And do you remember that that cheeky lady trying to slip her phone number into his jacket and sort of holding a piece of paper to try and hide the fact that she was putting her details in his jacket? And she failed miserably because there was too many cameras, and that always makes me smile. Always makes me smile. And so that was 1960. And the other one, smoking number 2, which Soldier Boy, says Norset. Yeah. And Mrs. EAP says thud. Be Still My Beating Heart, says Helen. Bossa Nova Baby says Dashing. Yes, without a doubt, Dashing. So 1960. Then the next one I've chosen is the end of the 1960s. 1969, on stage, the black gi suit with the red belt. His hair's all messed up. He's sweaty, of course. He's sweaty. He's been working out. And Marie says, OMG, he's handsome. Yes, he is. So smoking 1 and smoking number 2. So there is smoking number 2. Let's see if we've got any comments about smoking number 2 from 1969. I would imagine Edwidge is saying gorgeous pick on that one, the 1969 one. I'd say we've probably caught up now. Too beautiful for words. Bless him, he's way too thin here, says Anne Y. Yeah, well, I mean, he did drop an awful lot of weight for the 1969 comeback. Well, comeback, you know what I mean. His comeback to live performances. Sitting down now, Marilyn Adams says she has to sit down because of the photographs. Right, if there's anybody else who wishes to vote in the would you watch or will you watch Agent Elvis? My teeth are getting stuck together. I must have a drink. Agent Elvis. Then now is your time, because I am going to be closing the vote now in a couple of seconds, and we will have a look to see, will you watch Agent Elvis, yes or no? Pity about the phones, because I do have a feeling that there were people wanting to phone about Agent Elvis, but they maybe couldn't get through. I don't know. I really don't know. Maybe there is a problem with the phones. But listen, we got to speak to Marcy. We got to speak to Dylan. And there will be other weeks when you can ring in. So all is not lost. Right. I see a couple more votes came in. So will I close the poll? Priscilla, hi Priscilla, says Be Still My Beating Heart. No, do you know what is, well, the hand that's holding the mic, there's a ring on it, and in his other hand, his left hand, it looks like a guitar pick. That's what it looks like. So a ring on his right hand and on his in his left hand looks like a triangular guitar pick. Greek statue in profile. Yes, Greek god in profile, almost. Yeah. So, yeah, there's another vote come in for would you watch Agent Elvis, but I am going to go over now and I am going to close the vote, and I'm be very interested to see end the poll. There you go. Now, will you watch Agent Elvis? Yes, 71%. No, 28%. So there you have it. And my vote was yes, because I am very, very curious to see how he is depicted. Will he be made to look like a superhero? Will it make Elvis look foolish? I don't know. You know, I really don't know. I'm hoping not, and I'm sure it won't. But Mrs. EAP says, oh yeah, guitar pick is more probable for sure. Miles High says, yes, that's in that photo there. No, not that one, that one. Come on, Steve, get it right. And great show again, Steve. Take care, everyone. Enjoy your family time in England, Steve. Well, thank you very much, Mrs. EAP. Yeah, I'll tell you all about it next week. And we've got, of course, next week we've got lots more of the same again. We've got another quiz and your chance, plenty of chances to win that superbly beautiful portrait of Elvis. And that's it for this week. Thank you very, very much to the callers. I know there might have been a problem with the phone lines, but we did speak to Dylan and we did speak to Marty, and thanks very, very much for calling in. Thanks for all your support as always. And I managed to do everything this week. I don't think I forgot anything. Look after yourselves until next week. And I'll look forward to getting that photograph from Dylan. And I'll check it out when I come back off holiday, and we can all have a bit of a discussion about it. So as I say, if you do want to support the show, you can buy me a coffee using the link in the description box below. It'll be much appreciated. And until next week, next Sunday, take care. I'll see you then.
Elvis has left the building. Thank you and good night.